The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Hollywood Hills. Hollywood Hills is on fire. I am 5 miles south of Hollywood Boulevard. I live 5 miles south of Hollywood Boulevard. And Nichols Canyon and Hollywood Boulevard is a fire zone. So, I mean, that's like 2 miles west. So 5 miles north is Hollywood Boulevard. Maybe 1 to 2 miles west of La Brea is Nichols Canyon. And they said Gardner Street. They said Jupiter Drive in the Hollywood Hills. I was just working there during the holidays. I was working a delivery route for UPS during the holidays. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hollywood and Highland has been evacuated because of the latest fire. There's now a fire burning in the Hollywood Hills. Hollywood Boulevard is 5 miles straight up. This street runs into Hollywood Boulevard. All of Hollywood has been evacuated. Hollywood Hills, the lower portion of the hills, has been evacuated. The tourist part of Hollywood has been evacuated. Oh boy. I am literally 5 miles straight shot. Straight shot to Hollywood, 5 miles. I am getting a little concerned. In fact, that might even be the Hollywood Hills that I see in the distance. I see lights way off in the distance. That might actually be the Hollywood Hills. It might be because I see blinking lights way up ahead. So that could just be the Hollywood Hills. If the hills behind me catch on fire, Baldwin Hills, I'm fucked. That's all there is to it. And Baldwin Hills has caught on fire a couple of times. But that was arson because I saw the water dropping helicopters. I was at the grocery store and I saw the water dropping helicopter. But it was the same spot 2 years in a row, so that was arson. This is, who knows what it is. But, Hollywood and Highland, evacuated. Capitol Records, evacuated. You can see the fire from Hollywood and Highland. El Capitan, Disney movie theater, evacuated. No buenos dias, gang. No buenos dias.
Firefight here. Sorry about that incorrect information. Obviously, we got a lot of stuff going on. The chopper's moving all over. We're following 4 different fires, and it can be a little overwhelming and confusing. So our apologies about
that one too.
Yeah. You got it from the down on Vanetta Place. It looks like shooting water up into it, and then you've got the other truck. I can tell you, they do it. They've got a lot of resources here. They've just upgraded it again to add additional resources to it. But on scene right now, I'm showing 1, 2, 3 engines. They just even added even more. So 1, 2, 3, 3 engines are on scene. A truck is.
very well could have just been a house fire, as Mark mentioned. But a house fire in this environment can tend to be so much more. Look at that, another spot fire starting up the hill, separate from those homes. And that is going to be a harder fire to get to. That's going to be up to the helicopter to spot that one. And another spot fire. This fire is well, that's just lights. That is not a fire. I'm sorry. That's just lights. But there's already a spot fire next to that third house, which is on fire. So we can count, well, I should say, the property's on fire. We have 2 structures on fire currently. Another property that is clearly threatened by flames in the backyard there, and already a spot fire just up.
If he's playing or
out there these embers from spreading to other houses and into the surrounding brush.
That's right. I mean, if you're looking at the direction of the winds are actually picking up some of those flames right now and carrying them over into some of those treetops. And like we've been seeing with all
sources. And everybody got pretty lucky at that house where we saw the fire in the backyard. I was really worried that I was going to catch and eat. For people that want to know more of where we are, if you're not familiar necessarily with Sunswept, so if you were to go just south of this home up the tree, that's where Tree People is. Off Coldwater Canyon, I believe that's Fryman Canyon that's back in there. Harvard Westlake is just to the west. So another, very popular spot in the Hollywood Hills that, if you're hiking through the Tree People or Fryman Canyon, Coldwater Canyon, Fryman Canyon kind of park, you would be able to see that from one of those trails, and you look right down on one of those homes. So
this is day 3 of the Southern California wildfires in Los Angeles County. It is very smoky outside. It's very hazy. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go out and try and, shoot some videos or whatever. Just not get in it, but, just try and get close to it or whatever. But anyway, it's a randomly fire type of day. I got these left over from the pandemic. Here we go. So it's that kind of a day out here. Reflection, not too bad. It's a little smoky, but anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, so let me get this off so I can read better. So what I was going to say is, okay, tell me this is not arson, because this is untouched. This area of the Hollywood Hills is untouched. But if you go further west to Mount Olympus, which is higher than that, that was on fire last night. And if you go east over to Hollywood, that was on fire. But this area was not on fire. How is that possible? How is it possible to have a fire over here and over there at the same time? You tell me this is not arson. How is it possible to have a fire burning in Altadena, which is right next to Pasadena, up in the San Gabriel Valley? We got a fire in the San Fernando Valley. We got a fire in the Hollywood Hills, on both sides of Hollywood Hills, on the east side and the west side. How is that possible? I don't know. I just don't know. And then we got the Pacific Palisades fire. I reported on that one. I made a video, I uploaded it the same day about the Pacific Palisades fire. I don't know what to say. So this is the Hollywood Hills. This is where the Sunset Fire was last night. But it was not this portion of the Hollywood Hills. It was further west, so to the left. To the left. You can smell the smoke in the air. There's ashes coming down ever so slightly. And there was another fire in the Hollywood Hills to the east, so to the right. That was behind Capitol Records in the hills. Hollywood and Highland was closed down last night. Hollywood and Highland was evacuated because of the fire. Really. They closed down a neighborhood, a tourist attraction, because of imminent danger. Wow, it's crazy. But none of this was affected at all. None of this at all was affected. So I'm hearing the latest news. I always listen to the news. I watch the news 24/7. I listen to the news all day. The Sunset Fire has been contained. So the Sunset Fire has been contained. The evacuation orders have been lifted. So this is the Hollywood Hills, but it was the Mount Olympus neighborhood, which is higher than this. This is nothing. I've been to Mount Olympus. Anyway, they said Jupiter Drive. I know where Jupiter Drive is. I was working up there for the holidays, doing deliveries. So I've been up there. So that area was threatened last night. That area was evacuated. Hollywood and Highland was evacuated. But you see, these hills are not scorched. I don't know. So how did the same fire jump from that way to that way? But it left this piece in the middle unscathed. None of these houses were in danger last night. You tell me what's going on. Welcome to Hollywood. So last night I was hearing that the Sunset Fire was visible from La Brea and Franklin. There's La Brea and Hollywood. Franklin is just one street over. What freaked me out is, okay, this is my street. I don't live here. I live way down there. But still, you know, it freaked me out a little bit, but I don't see anything. Well, they said the Sunset Fire was down there. Down there at the bottom of the hills. They said Hollywood Boulevard and Nichols Canyon. Okay, so Nichols Canyon, and they said Jupiter Lane, Jupiter Drive. That's not up there, but higher. Way up there at the top of the world in a neighborhood called Mount Olympus. I was recently working in that neighborhood as a holiday package delivery guy. So that's what freaked me out a little bit. But then I saw another video of a fire burning behind Capitol Records in the hills. I saw the hills burning behind Capitol Records. Capitol Records is on Vine Street. Vine Street is about 2 miles up. So you're telling me that there was a fire over there and a fire over there, but nothing here, nothing in the middle, except Hollywood and Highland was evacuated last night. But everything looks pretty good considering this was all toasted last night. This area was evacuated. I don't know. Hollywood Boulevard and Nichols Canyon. So this was one of the evacuation zones last night for the Sunset Fire. They said the Sunset Fire is up in the Hollywood Hills. Jupiter Drive, which is, that's not even close. Jupiter Drive is way up in the Hollywood Hills, off of Laurel Canyon, in the neighborhood called Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus is the top of the world. But anyway, this is the fire area from last night. This is part of the Sunset Fire Evacuation Zone. What's funny to me is Hollywood and Highland was evacuated last night. This is Hollywood, and Highland is about 2 miles up. Also, I saw a fire. I'm not sure if it was real footage or not, but it was Capitol Records. Not the building, but the hills behind Capitol Records were on fire. I'm not sure if that was real footage or not, but we'll see. Anyway, it's kind of hazy out here. We've been going through these fires for the last 3 days. I've got the Pacific Palisades fire on video. I was filming pretty much the whole thing from Santa Monica Pier. You cannot go down PCH to get to Pacific Palisades. I'm not dumb enough to get myself involved in that anyway. I was filming from a safe distance and I could see everything. But anyway, this is Hollywood Boulevard and Nichols Canyon. This is the Sunset Fire. So if you go down to Laurel Canyon and you go up, there's a neighborhood called Mount Olympus, and that neighborhood goes straight up. And I mean straight up, you can see the entire city. And those homes were threatened last night in Mount Olympus on Jupiter Drive. I think they said Hercules Drive. So anyway, I'm just reporting what I see. It's a warm day. It's got to be like 80 degrees right now. And it's January. I'll show you some more in a minute. I'll show you Hollywood and the devastation, the destruction of the Sunset Fire. I never thought I would hear these words, but Hollywood and Highland was evacuated last night because of the Sunset Fire. The fire over there in the hills. So the Pantages Theater up there decided to cancel a couple shows. The El Capitan Theater was evacuated. The Jimmy Kimmel Show, which is right next to El Capitan, they have paused production for the moment. It is still kind of smoky out. It's a little hazy outside. So, but anyway, they said you could see the fire from Franklin Avenue. That church is Franklin Avenue. So I don't know if it's real or not, but I saw a news video of a fire burning behind Capitol Records on Vine Street. Okay, for starters, the fire was over there in the hills, and Vine Street is over there about a mile up. But none of this was affected. It was evacuated because of the smoke, because of imminent danger. But Hollywood and Highland, a busy area like this, a tourist area, was evacuated. Huh. Wow. I started getting a little worried last night because, yeah, this is sitting too close to home. My street runs into Hollywood Boulevard. So that, that hit a little close to home. And also, I work here. I work in Hollywood. And I live close to Hollywood. So it just worried me a little. A tad, a skosh. Got me nervous. I'll show you Hollywood and Vine in a minute. We'll go check out Capitol Records. But in the meantime, enjoy Hollywood Boulevard while it still stands. Hollywood and Vine. Hollywood. So this is day 3 of the Southern California wildfires. Last night I heard that Hollywood and Vine was evacuated. I saw some video of fire in the hills behind Capitol Records. What is it, the hills behind Capitol Records? Now see, it was supposedly from NBC4, local news station. But I don't. Anyway, it could have been manufactured. It could have been fake news, as they say, because the fire, the Sunset Fire, was actually down there off of Laurel Canyon, which is about that way, about 3 miles. Now I can't see all the way up in the hills, so I don't know if they were burned, but if they were burning at 8 o'clock last night, chances are they're still burning now at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it is Capitol Records, Hollywood Hills, the Pantages Theater, as I canceled a couple of shows because of the fires and the smoke and everything, and also, I mean, there's been so much destruction. It's ridiculous, it's crazy, it is sad. So anyway, this is your Day 3 update. Southern California wildfires, Hollywood, Capitol Records.